Hello everyone, it's Eddie Spaghetti. Thanks for joining me again on here on my channel. Today we're going to look at EOS to the dollar. We have the daily chart up on Bitfinex. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention that none of the information I provide here is to be taken as financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. This is all just for educational purposes and your entertainment. Moving along. I wanted to show you guys where we currently are. We're the price of EOS right now to the dollar is at around 587, sitting at the bottom here of this level on the upward channel, as you can see. And previous to that, we see that price had gotten rejected from here. We went to this previous high of around 840, $8.40, and we came just slightly back down. So there's a couple of things that we need to take in that we need to consider to see where we actually could be going in the short term. So two things to keep in mind is that we do have algorithms are selling from both sides, the shorts, the top that are shorting and betting against the market, as well as the longs, right? So as we can see from the shorts, they usually like to sell at golden zones, at the golden ratio, which is the 61.8 Fibonacci level. So this will, depending on whether it's a short or a long, it could act as support or resistance. So in this case, so if we let me give you an example here. So as you can see, we're trending up, but if we were to come back down, we actually could test maybe one of these levels down here, and the price could eventually move upward. If we break this 50%, then we could touch this 61.8 right here in the golden zone. So just as an example, right? And then the price, I would expect the price to react from there. So probably a move down from that, right? Um, and so from the short, or excuse me, from the long side, many times we'll have the price pump. As in this case, we have this. It came up to the 50% level from the short side. It could come down, and it could test this this 38.2. It could come back down to the 50, which many times algos will buy. They'll buy all the way down to the 61.8, and they'll flip on the other side of the 65, right? So something to keep in mind is that the price could actually come back down here. And usually when you see something come down to 61.8, if you notice time and time again, by back testing, that you'll get a reaction from these levels. And I've done this myself. I encourage you to learn how to use the Fibonacci tools. They're very helpful, and they will help you out if you learn how to use them effectively. Um, so this is something to take into consideration. Again, we could bounce off the 50 and perhaps go upward, breaking out of this channel that seems that we're forming. Or we could go a little bit lower to the 61.8 and then go up from there. And the reason why I say we're going we could go up to the 61.8 is because we have a little bit of a confluence zone here. Not only do we have the golden zone here, which is a good um, area where the market tends to turn, but when I pull this Fibonacci tool from to the long side here, we hit the, if you can see, it overlaps. There's two Fibonacci levels that overlap from the short and the long side. So we do have the 61.8. On the right side, we have the negative 23.6. This is usually a target for algorithms that are going long. So we do have this confluence area here, which, of course, we're always trying to look for confluence for potential, either entries or exits or anything like that. So it's always good when you have these sort of things in the market, when you find these sort of patterns in the market. Another thing to consider, as in addition to all this, maybe you guys do know the OTE and RLZ concept, perhaps not, but this is basically the 61.8 all the way up to the 78.6 level. is the optimal trade entry zone or the reload zone. So shorts will reload around this zone. So this is again what causes resistance here. And if we were to go on the from the long side, we would have the, let me show you. We would have the reload zone or the OTE anywhere from the 61.8 down to the 78.6. It's not to say we don't ever go lower than that, or it could happen. However, these are very, very good levels that I consider to get an entry if I were to miss a move up. I always look for price to retrace down to these levels to consider an entry. So, and maybe, ladder in just in case something goes, if something goes south, you want to probably take little stabs at or little jabs at the market here, little nibbles, as some people say. So, as that's pretty much that's pretty much it for now regarding these things. So again, we do need to break some resistance levels. If price does come back down, we do see we have market structure here at the previous structure forming at 61.8. So again, another something to consider adding confluence to the potential roadmap that we have laid out here. So and let's see. So that is pretty much it, I would say. So we're looking at targets at least for at 1022 or so, around that price for EOS. So if we were to go to the upside, otherwise we come back down, retest these lows at the 50 or the 61.8 as low as 422 or 423, around those levels. So keep that in mind and stay profitable, guys. Just wanted to remind you guys to please like this video if you enjoyed this sort of material, and subscribe if you would like to see more of these things. I would be happily make more of these. You could even request for me to chart a coin if you'd like, and if you leave it in the comment below, and it gets popularity, I'll take it into consideration. And if you want to smash the bell button, you'll get a notification whenever I create these videos, so I could potentially help you guys out as well with. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. I'll be more than happy to check this up, check in with you guys, and make sure you guys are doing well. So once again, thank you for your time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.